Aloha! This is Jane Hathaway from My Honeymoon Planner, and today I'd like to share with you my personal favorite, Top 10 Things to Do in Maui. Maui is the most popular honeymoon island in Hawaii. From its heavenly beaches to its scenic natural wonders, there are plenty of reasons why Maui has been voted Best Island by Condé Nast Travelers for 17 years in a row. There are too many things to do all in one visit, so I thought you might find this short video helpful in narrowing down your list of must-dos in Maui. Number 10 on my top 10 list is to rent a convertible in Maui. Blue Hawaiian skies, golden sunshine, and you cruising along the winding Maui roads in your convertible. When we arrived in Maui, we went to pick up our compact car, but there was a problem with it, so we were given a convertible for the day. We were planning to go back to Hertz the next day and switch back to the original compact, but after an afternoon of driving along long stretches of ocean with unobstructed views and driving the peaks and valleys of soaring mountains with the wind in our hair, we just couldn't have our Maui experience diminished by a roof blocking our view. When we remember our Maui adventure, we are so thankful that we chose the convertible. Number 9 on my list is to attend a luau. This is a must-do in Maui. Many of the resorts and private companies offer luaus, but if you want to experience Hawaii's most authentic luau, then you want to attend the old Lahaina luau. Here you'll celebrate Hawaii's rich island culture in a rustic setting reminiscent of an old Hawaiian fishing village. Immerse yourself with traditional Hawaiian food, cultural dances, music, and demonstrations, all while enjoying the breathtaking views of the ocean at sunset. Number 8 on my list is to visit McKenna Beach. Maui's home to many extraordinary beaches, and McKenna Beach, also known as Big Beach, is one of the island's best. This is one of the longest beaches in Maui with golden sands extending nearly 2/3 of a mile long and 100 yards wide. You'll park in a parking lot which seems to be in the middle of nowhere and then walk towards the sound of the ocean. The first sight of this beach is overwhelming. It is so undeveloped and natural with so few visitors. Number 7 on my top 10 list is to zipline. Ziplining in Maui is an incredible adventure high above the ground, and it's an experience you won't want to miss. Imagine traveling at exhilarating speeds and enjoying incredible views of this island paradise. Dual zip lines run side by side for a once-in-a-lifetime honeymoon experience to share like no other. Number 6 on my top 10 list is to visit the pools of Ohio. Just 15 minutes south of Hana are the famous pools of Ohio in Ohio Gulch. In Hawaiian, Ohio means 7 sacred pools. Here you'll discover where waterfalls spill into tiered pools leading to the ocean. Weather permitting, you may take a dip in these tranquil pools fed by streams starting 2 miles inland. Number 5 on my list is to snorkel in Molokini Crater. Molokini Crater is probably the most visited Maui snorkel site. It is a partially sunken volcanic crater just 2.5 miles off the coast of Maui. The crescent shape provides protection from the waves and ocean currents, making this area one of the top 10 dive sites in the world. Inside the crescent shape is a reef area with clear views to 150 feet. These waters are home to about 250 species of fish, some of which are not found anywhere else in the world. Early morning is the best time of day to explore this pristine reserve, and whale watching is an added bonus during the winter months. If you're a scuba or snorkeling enthusiast, a visit to Molokini is a Maui must. Number 10 on my top 10 list is to visit Lahaina. For those of you from the Boston area, it was the New Bedford sailors who established themselves in Lahaina, and then the missionaries from Boston soon followed them. This brought a battle of virtues. The missionaries had many virtues, the sailors had none. Eventually, the missionaries won out and tamed the nautical culture. You can still get a feel for the old Lahaina as you stroll down the lively front street and visit historic stops like the U.S. Seamen's Hospital, the old Lahaina Prison, the Missionaries' House, and the Whaling Museum. which looks so similar to our New Bedford Whaling Museum. After my first visit to Maui, I purchased Michener's classic novel, Hawaii, and started to read it on the plane home. I neglected all else until I finished the book. If you read it before you go, you will get so much more out of all the historical sites. Number 3 on my top 10 list is to drive the road to Hana. This is where you definitely want that convertible. You can drive this road in 3 hours, but take all day because going to Hana is about the journey, not about the destination. The legendary road to Hana is only 52 miles from Kahului, and it's fraught with narrow one-way bridges, hairpin turns, and incredible island views. The highway actually has 620 curves and 59 bridges. The road leads you through flourishing rainforests, flowing waterfalls, plunging pools, and dramatic seascapes. Pictured here is a waterfall we drove by. It was right by the side of the road. The picture of the soaring mountain I took while the car was moving. These pictures are a few of the exciting surprises we found along the way. Number 2 on my top 10 list is to visit the Io Valley State Park. When planning our Maui trip, I had seen the Io Valley State Park listed in a guidebook, and I put it on my list of things to do if we had a little extra time, and I wasn't expecting much from the experience. But when we started driving into the park, I was absolutely stunned with the soaring mountains of 3,000 to over 5,000 feet high. I felt like I was driving through the steep mountains of China. In the upper left picture, you can see the height of the mountains in relation to my husband's height. In the park, as you walk along the moss-covered floor of the Io Valley toward the iconic Io Needle, you'll see what all the fuss is about. If it has rained recently, there are sometimes very long, narrow waterfalls coming down from the mountains. Here you can see the natural, spectacular beauty of Maui. Number 1 on my top 10 list is to see the sunrise at Haleakala National Park. The tallest peak of Haleakala is over 10,000 feet. From the summit, you look down into a massive depression some 7 miles across, 2 miles wide, and over 2,000 feet deep. We drove up the volcano in the wee hours of the morning on the first morning we were in Maui. There aren't any streetlights on the road, so you are driving in complete darkness, winding back and forth the side of the volcano into upcountry. The long winding road to the summit of Haleakala takes about an hour and a half to drive up, but it is well worth the effort. The experience was so unforgettable. We could prearrange a tour that picks you up at the hotel 2 hours before sunrise, then after sunrise you will bike down the summit. We passed the cyclists whizzing down the curvy road of the volcano, and as a mother of 4, it looked crazy dangerous. But the honeymooners that come back rave about the experience. I hope you found this video helpful. My honeymoon planner does not charge any fees, and we price match the resort website prices. So if you would like a quote, the link is below this video, and my contact information is on the screen. Aloha!